Welcome to today's live stream. I will be with you in a moment. Please be patient. Today's live stream will begin in a few moments. Today's live stream will begin soon. Oh, so here we go then. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. We are doing this all over again. Can you believe it? Well, I can't believe it. I don't know if you believe it, but all I do know is I can't believe it. That's all I can say, really. The other thing I can say is, hi everybody. This is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you feeling happy like this dancing daffodil? Are you feeling happy today? I really hope so. Here we are once again. I don't need to explain why I am here. I think we all know. Do you know the reason why I'm here? Well, if you've been watching the news recently, you may have heard about a certain situation that is affecting lots of people around the world right now. So that is the reason why I am here, and you are there as well. We can be lonely together, just like that famous song by Barry Manilow. Wouldn't it be nice being lonely together? And that's what we're doing today. We are being lonely together. You are in isolation and I am also in isolation as well. So here I am on my own. For those who are wondering what this strange thing is, well, this is a live stream from England on Friday. Yes! Can you believe it? We have made it all the way to Friday once again. It is Friday, everyone. We have managed to make it through the week. I hope you are feeling okay. I know these are very strange times that we are living through at the moment, but I hope with my company and of course your company, don't forget you are also keeping me company. So we are actually keeping each other company at the moment. So that is what is happening. You may have noticed that the sun is out. Yes, it is a beautiful day today. I must be honest with you. It is not easy being unhappy on a day like today because the sun is out. I am in my back garden. I am getting my exercise. The government has allowed me to have one session of exercise every day. So now I'm outside having some exercise. I'm doing my physical exercise in the garden. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know what you're doing where you are because I'm not there. Maybe, and this is just an idea, maybe you can tell me what you are doing. How are you spending this very strange period of time? What are you doing right now? So how are you spending your time? One of the things that you may have noticed, and this is something that I've noticed here as well, in my house I have broadband, so my internet connection in the house is broadband. However, it has become very slow over the past few days. And I think the reason for that might be because lots of people are now using their computers, or maybe they are watching streaming services on television. So I have noticed that the internet connection here in the UK has slowed quite a lot, especially with broadband. So that is the reason why I am using my mobile phone today. I'm using the mobile phone outside so I can share my strange experience as well. I have some special announcements to make as well. Can I first of all say thank you? Can I say thank you to some lovely people out there? Just a moment, I will get my piece of paper that I have next to me. Don't go away. Can I say a big thank you to, yes, a big thank you to Federico. Also, can you see that on your screen? I hope you can see it. Anna. Can I also say hello to Federico? And also Magdalena and Vittorio. Can I say a big thank you for sending some lovely donations? I received some very nice donations over the past 2 days, so can I say thank you very much? So your lovely kind donations will allow my work to continue during this difficult time. So I am actually still working. I'm still doing my work here. So because of the modern technology that exists, we can all share our time together, even though we are in the house. Hello, Anna, Federico, and also Magdalena and Vittorio. Thank you very much once again for your lovely donations that I received through PayPal over the past 48 hours. Thanks a lot, and that will help my work continue. I have to buy some things tonight. We are going out to buy some batteries for my microphone and also all of the equipment that I use here, which you can't see. So I have to go out tonight and buy some batteries. I really need some batteries, because if I run out of batteries, then I won't be able to do this, unfortunately. Isn't that a shame? By the way, if you want to make a donation, I suppose I should mention the address, because I have been asked if I can put the address on the screen. So there it is very quickly. That is the PayPal address for donations. If you want to send something small, or maybe you've just won the lottery, perhaps you've just won the lottery and now you are a millionaire and you are thinking, what shall I do with all that money? So maybe you can make a small donation. Don't worry, it can be small or really, really big. So let's get underway, shall we? We are here together again, and I suppose I should mention breaking news. Breaking news here in England. You've probably heard this already. The Prime Minister of this country now has... You know what I'm saying there. So unfortunately, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson has now got the lurgy. That's what I'm going to call it, the lurgy. So he has the lurgy, and apparently he's feeling okay. He doesn't feel too bad, and now he is in isolation at his headquarters in number 10 Downing Street in London. So Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the UK, has... You know what I'm saying there. From now on, I will call it the lurgy. Lurgy, okay? Are we all agreed on that? Because, to be honest with you, I am really sick and tired of hearing that word. The other thing I was saying to Steve earlier, because Steve loves watching the news. Steve watches the news all the time. Now, from my point of view, I don't like to watch the news too often because I find it a little bit depressing, to be honest. I mean, that's why I'm here doing this, really. It stops me from watching the depressing news. But what I said to Steve is they should only report the news for a few moments, because we do have some news channels here that report nothing but the news. And I said to Steve, wouldn't it be nice if they gave us a little bit of news and then they could show some cartoons? So maybe they can put on some lovely cartoons, maybe a little bit of Tom and Jerry to cheer us up. And then for another 10 minutes they can talk about the news, and then they can show some more cartoons. I think that's a much better idea. Thank you also for your message yesterday, your messages about my suggestion to cancel this year. So we will forget all about 2020. So I think it's a good idea. That's what we should do. We should actually completely, absolutely forget about this year. So next year, we can actually have 2020 next year. Is that a good idea? I think it's a brilliant idea. And then, of course, we can actually have the Olympic Games next year, and we can still call them the 2020 Olympic Games. So I think this year, we should forget about this year completely. We should just get through it, get to the end, and then next year, we will have 2020 again. We will just repeat it. I'm not sure if you think that's a good idea, but I think it's a really, 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 really good idea. I really do. Hello to the live chat, and hello to everyone who has joined us. Yes, I am now in my garden once again, talking to you all live on YouTube. I am live from England, a little place that you may have heard of from time to time. Mika is here. Hello, Mika Ode, watching in Japan. Apparently, one of the first things that happens when you get the lurgy is apparently you lose your sense of smell and also taste. Apparently, they are one of the first signs that you have. Apparently. I don't know about that, but I've heard this. I'm sure I heard someone the other night on television saying that if you lose your sense of smell and taste, apparently it means you have that thing. Well, all I can say is I know I am all right, because this morning I had my breakfast and I could taste it very clearly. And at the moment I can smell the flowers in the garden. So I'm pretty sure that I'm okay, because I can still smell things and I can definitely taste things. So that's very interesting. So thanks for letting me know that. Thank you very much. Hello to Corrie. Hello, Corrie. Also, hello to Luis Mendez. Hello, Luis. Thank you for joining me again. I'm really pleased to see that you have managed to join me, and I hope you are feeling well in France. Hello, Ting. Hello, Ting. I love your name, by the way. Your name sounds like the sound that my microwave oven makes when it's finished cooking. It goes ding, like that. Hello also to Qualby. Hello, Qualby. Hello also to Dolly Dang. Hello, Dolly. There is a song, by the way, called Hello, Dolly. Hello, Dolly. It's so nice, Dolly. It's so good to see you back where you belong. So hello to Dolly. Hello also to Morella. Morella, how are you today? I hope you are okay. Yesterday I was talking about people who are having to spend time together, such as families. So maybe, normally, in everyday life, people will work, they will go to work, they will have their own things to do. However, during this time, they are all being forced together. So families are being forced to spend time together. And as I understand it, some people are not enjoying that feeling. Beatrice says you sing so well. Thank you very much. I wouldn't say that I'm a good singer, but at least I give it a try. At least I try my best. Now, if you've been watching over the past few days, you will know that there are some things that I'm talking about and saying, little pieces of advice, little proverbs and quotes. And here they are now, and I've made them look a little bit different. So I hope you enjoy this. So during this difficult period of time, during these strange events that are affecting everyone, well, the first one I want to say is something that I think is a very, very nice thing to tell everyone out there watching at the moment, including myself. So this is also something I like to say to myself. Remember, you are not alone. So however bad things seem, we can always share our time in isolation together. So that's what I'm doing. I'm here now, spending my time with you, and I hope you are enjoying your time with me as well. And as you can see, I have my little friend. His name is Timmy the Turtle. And can you see, Timmy the Turtle is making the best of a difficult time because he is also stuck in his home. So there is Timmy the Turtle, who is also stuck at home, and he is not alone because he is sharing time with all of us, including me and including you as well. Hello to Beatrice. Hello, Beatrice. I hope you are feeling good today. Here's another thing that we can think about during these strange times. Oh, always look on the bright side. So just like Timmy the Turtle, who is always looking on the bright side, we can do the same thing as well. Always look on the bright side of life. So try to see things in a positive way. Even when things seem bad, sometimes things do not go your way. Sometimes problems come along to ruin your plans for the future. But as I always say, life is not always fair. Life has its ups and downs. Life has its ups and downs. Sometimes you have to take the rough with the smooth. Here's another one. Oh, I like this one. Every cloud has a silver lining. So even if something seems bad, you can always reassure yourself by saying that every cloud has a silver lining. However bad things seem, if things seem difficult, you can always say that every cloud has a silver lining. Just like Timmy the Turtle. Timmy the Turtle. Do you know what? I think I am actually regressing back to my childhood. I think I'm actually going back to my childhood. That's what I feel like I'm doing. Also, you can make the best of a bad deal. If you make the best of a bad deal, it means you find the positive things during a crisis or a situation where things are not going well. So it is possible to always make the best of a bad deal, just like Timmy the Turtle. Can you see? He looks so happy, even though he is stuck in his shell. He can't go anywhere, unfortunately, just like us, because we are also stuck in our shells as well. And, well, this is my favourite. I'm sure you know what's coming next. This is my most favourite. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So however bad things seem, there is always a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. Even if that light is very small and far away, you can always reassure yourself by knowing that there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is light approaching. Even though at the moment it seems very far away. I must be honest with you. It does appear as if there is no light. However, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Just like Timmy the Turtle. Looking on the positive side of life, trying to see things in a positive way. Why not? That's what I say. There are some people walking behind me. They are walking across the hill behind me. How many people are there? Let's have a look. Oh. There are 3 people walking behind me, and they have their dog, but you might be able to see them go past. There they are. Can you see them? So there are some people walking behind me, and you might notice that they are keeping a safe distance away from each other. So they're behind me, just there. Can you see? There are some people walking down, and they are keeping a safe distance from each other. There they are. 1, 2, and there is the dog. There's a little dog as well. Oh, isn't that lovely? So there are some people walking out and about because we are in the countryside here. I do realise that I'm in a very lucky position. I'm in a very fortunate position because I don't have to worry about being near other people because I live far away from the town and far away from the city. Hello. There is a little bird just above my head. The sound around here is quite amazing. There are birds everywhere at the moment. There are lots of birds all over the place because now here in the UK, spring has arrived and summer is just around the corner as well. The area behind me is public, yes. So the space you can see behind me is a public footpath. So the field is private. However, you can walk through the field. So it is possible to actually walk through the field. However, you can't come into my garden because this is definitely private. However, you are very welcome to join me in my garden every day because I will be with you every day during this strange situation. I will give you a live stream every single day. So yes, there are some people taking an afternoon walk through the field, because I think if you live out here, if you live far away from the town and city, I think it is more convenient to go outside and take a walk. It really is. Hello. There is a little bird just above my head singing. I think it's a great tit. I think it is. I can see him. Yes, it is actually a great tit. And I guess that particular bird is trying to find a mate at the moment. So that's what it's doing. It is calling out. It is trying to find a partner. It is trying to find someone to fly away with and build a little nest. Nor says, I love that voice. Do you mean the sound of the bird? So a bird, normally, we describe the sound made by a bird, we describe it as singing. So believe it or not, the sound that a bird makes is singing. And you can hear, just above my head, a bird is singing. Right above my head, I can actually see the bird. Hello. The bird keeps looking at me. It keeps going like that. So I think the bird is very curious to find out what I'm actually doing in the garden. One of the lovely things about nature is that the birds and nature don't even realize that all of this is happening. We are the only people who know that this is actually happening. I know it's happening and you know. However, the wildlife and the birds, all of the other creatures don't realize that this is actually occurring. They don't know. They don't know. I love your bird behind you. Oh yes, there is a little bird behind me. Can you see it? That particular bird is called a heron. Heron. It's not a real one, so that bird there is fake. It is made of plastic. Beep, beep, beep. There it is. Beep, 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 beep. Can you see it? Maybe I should use my little arrow. Wait there. That's better. So there you can see. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. So that particular thing is my heron. It is my little heron. It is not real, it is plastic, but quite often people will put these in their garden to scare other birds away. As I said the other day, the heron is a bird that eats fish. So a lot of people who keep fish in their garden do not like the heron. So herons can be a real pain in the neck. They really can. So let me just click on the heron. There we go. I just clicked on the heron. You can click on the heron as well if you want. If it makes you happy, it makes me happy. Oh, the little bird has flown away. It's gone. Bye-bye, bird. Bye-bye. Isn't it nice being here today? And springtime has definitely arrived. It really does feel as if spring is in the air. Look what I have here. I have a little bit of blossom. So what you are looking at there is blossom from my damson tree. So there you can see a little bit of blossom. So my damson tree at the moment is covered with this particular thing. So this is blossom. And many of the trees across the UK are now covered with blossom. And at the top, if you look very carefully at the top, you can see that small thing there. that is called a bud. So you have the bud as the blossom slowly comes out, and then here you can see the flower. So there is the blossom. So that is blossom, and that small thing there is the bud. So before the blossom comes out, you will see a small bud. Bud. And there is a word in English. If someone is training to do something, or they are trying to do something, we can say that they are budding. Budding. So maybe a budding actor. So when we say that someone is a budding actor, it means they are learning how to do it. They want to be an actor later on in life. So if you are budding, it means you are learning the thing. It is describing you and the way in which you are learning something. So maybe you are a budding singer. Budding. I like that. Sweetness says, I think the blossom has a nice smell. Yes, I think it does. Yes, it definitely has a nice smell. There is a lovely fragrance here in the garden. There is a lot of beautiful sweet smells in the garden, which I'm very pleased about, because it means that there is nothing wrong with me, because I can still smell the flowers and I can still taste my food. So that is one thing that people have become very aware of during these strange times. Hak Lao. Hello, Hak Lao. Where are you watching at the moment? I have a feeling you might be in Vietnam. Welcome to my live stream. I'm broadcasting live from my garden here in the UK. The birds are getting very excited at the moment. I love that fragrance so much. The fragrance, the scent. So we say scent, smell, fragrance. You might also notice today that the wind is blowing quite strongly. We have some bad weather coming soon. I've been very lucky this week because the weather has been nice. Unfortunately, next week, the weather here in the UK is going to turn quite bad. In fact, as I mentioned yesterday, it might actually snow next week. Oh, I've just lost my paper. All of my paper has just blown away. Excuse me. Well, that was clever. All of my lovely paper has blown away. How dare you? How can you make my lovely paper blow away? It's not fair. All of my paper just blew away. I don't know why, because it's suddenly become very windy. The wind is getting stronger. By the way, in case you missed my live stream yesterday, I have some toilet paper. I found a roll of toilet paper yesterday in my house, somewhere that I didn't look. So can you see that I have my toilet paper now? I have it. So I only have one roll. However, tonight I am going shopping with Mr. Steve, and I'm hoping that we will be able to buy some toilet paper. So at the moment I only have this. This is my only roll of toilet paper. It's all I have. Can you believe it? It's true. I'm just going to get my paper off the floor because it's blown everywhere. Just a moment. I will be back in a moment. All of my paper has blown around, and now I have to pick it up. Oh dear. Okay, I've picked my paper up now. I am back with you, and this is a live stream on a very windy Friday. The weekend is just around the corner. However, one of the things I noticed last weekend is it doesn't feel like the weekend because everyone now is staying in the house. They are staying indoors. So even though tomorrow is Saturday, it doesn't really feel like Saturday. So last Saturday, I didn't realise it was Saturday because now every day seems the same. It feels as if I'm stuck in Groundhog Day. That's it. That's the description. It feels like I'm living the same day over and over again. That's what it actually feels like. So now, as I'm talking to you, it feels as if this is exactly the same day as yesterday, and also the day before that, and the day before that. So yesterday, I couldn't remember what day it was. I had to look at my phone to actually work out what day it was. So yesterday I had no idea what day it was. However, I do know today is Friday, and I hope you are having a good time wherever you are. But what are you doing? For all of those hours, how are you spending your time? Irene, apparently, I didn't know, Irene doesn't live in Paris. So at the moment, many big cities around the world, including here in the UK, such as London and Manchester and Birmingham, they have all been closed down. Most of the shops are closed. However, there are things that you might need during this time. So we often say things that are essential. Essential. I love that word. I'm going to try and find my piece of paper, because I did write some very nice words down on a piece of paper, so I have to go and find it. So I'm just going downstairs. Excuse me. Where is my piece of paper gone? I can't believe all my paper blew away. This is terrible. What a terrible situation to find yourself in. Ah, here we go. I found it. I found my piece of paper. Here it is. I found my paper. So, when we talk about things that are important, or things that we really need, we can say that things are beep, essential. Essential. Things are essential. Essential, a great word. So things that you definitely need, things that are useful, things that you might need in your day-to-day life are essential. They are important. They are things that are needed. So essential things, essential. Things that are needed. So if you need something, those things that you need are definitely needed. Needed. Oh, hello. A lovely butterfly just went by. Hello, Mr. Butterfly. Flying by, saying hello and goodbye. Hello to... Can I just say hello to Sweetness? Hello, Sweetness. Nice to see you here with Mr. Duncan. That's me, by the way. Boop, boop. So, things that are needed, we might say that something is important. Important things. Things that we need to survive. Things that are essential, needed, important. Another good word, vital. Things that are important and definitely useful or needed are vital. Vital things. So you have been listening to news reports about hospitals, and at the moment there is a shortage of vital medical equipment. So at the moment there is a shortage. There is not enough medical equipment to go around. So things that are vital, something that is vital is important, an important thing, vital. Another word we can use is critical. Critical. So again, something that is very important, something that is necessary, something that is needed. If you have to give special care to someone, maybe a person needs lots of extra care because they are unwell. You can say critical. So critical times, serious, critical. Critical times need critical measures. Critical. We might describe a person who is seriously ill in hospital as being in a critical condition. So their condition is very serious. They are in a critical condition. So there it is again. I will show you again the word critical. Critical. Something that's important or needed, we can say that it is imperative. Imperative. So something that is needed, something that is important, you are making a request for something that you really need. I must have this thing. I really must. It is imperative. It is important. It is necessary. It is vital, critical. We can also say urgent as well. It is urgent, an urgent request. Or maybe you need something in a hurry, so you need it urgently. Urgently. I must have some medical supplies. It is urgent. Urgent. Imperative. Now, imperative is also used in English grammar. So we talk about things that stress an emotion or a feeling or a situation. We call it an imperative. So things that must be done, things that need to be done, things that have to be done as soon as possible. They are all imperatives. They are all types of important statements. So even in English grammar, we have the imperative, something that you stress, something that you say you really need. I need it straight away, as soon as possible, now. As soon as possible. It is vital. It is important. It is necessary. It is something that we need now. Hi everybody, if you just joined me, it's Mr. Duncan with you on a Friday afternoon, live on YouTube. I'm in the garden. The weather is okay. It's nice. However, it is also a little chilly. So the air, the wind is actually quite cold at the moment. But I'm doing okay. I am okay. A lot of people asking if I'm all right. I am fine. I am following all of the rules. I have been told that I have to stay away from other people. I have to stay safe and isolated. And as you can see, I am completely isolated at the moment. Look at that. So there is the view behind me. We will look up. So you can see that at the moment I am definitely living in isolation. There is not much going on around me. You might be able to hear in the distance there is someone cutting wood or cutting a tree. So I think over the past few weeks some of the trees around here have been damaged by the wind. They have been severely damaged. There I am. It's okay, I'm not leaving you just yet. Hello also Vitas. Hello Vitas. Can you describe or pronounce the word pray and pray? Well, in fact, they are both the same. They are homophones, so you can actually say them in exactly the same way. So you have pray, like when you go to church, you will pray. Also, an animal that is hunting another animal is looking for its prey. So the prey can also be something that is being hunted or being pursued, normally in the wild. So that is the way we express those two words. They are spelt differently, but they are pronounced in exactly the same way. So they are the same pronunciations. Prey and prey. You are hunting for an animal. You will prey on an animal. So we can use it as a noun and also a verb as well. Hello to Ricardo. Ricardo, what is happening with the bird behind you? Which bird? Do you mean this bird? Are you talking about this bird behind me? There it is. So, do you mean this bird? This particular bird is not real. It's not a real bird. So that is my little heron. That is my plastic heron. It is not real. It is fake. It is an imitation. Imitation. It looks like a real bird, but in fact, it is not. It isn't. It isn't real. However, I am real. I can tell you now that I am 100% real. What you are seeing now is a real person standing in their garden on Friday, wondering, what the hell am I going to do? And I have a feeling you might be thinking the same thing. So this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to make the best of a bad situation. I'm trying to cheer myself up, and hopefully at the same time I can also cheer you up as well. Hello to Ting again. Hello also Nguyen Tran. Hello Nguyen Tran. I believe you are watching in Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken. Are you? Are you in Vietnam? There are no animals in the field, not at the moment. Now normally, every year, we normally have lots of animals in the field behind me. However, today, you will notice there are no animals. There are no cattle, no sheep, nothing. And usually at this time of year, quite often during late spring, we will normally have animals in the field. But this year, there are none. So there are no animals at all in the field behind me. None whatsoever. Hello, Sylvia. Hello to Sylvia. Hello, Mr. Duncan. How are you? Here in Italy. I am from the north. Yes. Lombardy, I believe, is one of the worst affected places. Lombardy in North Italy. One of the worst affected places in the world at the moment. However, I was watching the news last night and I noticed that the United States is now the most affected. So they have the highest numbers of cases and also people who are sadly succumbing to the illness. So there are lots of people now dying in the USA, and the number is increasing, unfortunately. Mr. Duncan, you are surrounded by nature. How is it possible that you have a fake bird? Well, you don't see herons very often. There are herons around here, but you don't see them very often because normally they are very shy birds. So I thought it would be a nice idea to have a heron in my garden all the time. So I thought it was a good idea. In fact, it was Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve bought that many years ago. So this heron has been in the garden here and also in the previous house as well, where we used to live before. I hope you can see me okay because the sun is now right behind me. So you might be able to see the sun shining behind me. Look at that. So it is a very bright day. Sylvia says, is it true that Boris Johnson has... Is it true? Yes. It was announced just before I came on today. It was announced at around about 1 o'clock that Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of this country, now has... Mr. Duncan, I hope you can stay long with us today. I love the gorgeous nature all around you. Thanks a lot. Thank you as well. Thank you very much. It is a little bit windy here today. It's much windier than yesterday because the weather is starting to get worse, unfortunately. So maybe next week I won't be able to come outside. Maybe next week I will have to stay in the house as well. Pradeep, hello Pradeep. Nice to see you here. Where are you watching? You look smart wearing your glasses and also your red cap. Thank you very much. Well, I have to wear my glasses. If I don't wear my glasses, then I can't see what I'm doing, unfortunately. Zeba is here. Hello, Zeba. Do you read my message, Mr. Duncan? Well, I'm reading it now. I'm trying to read all of the messages. Unfortunately, they are moving very fast on the screen. So if I miss your message, please don't shout at me. Please don't tell me off. Don't tell me off, please. Don't get angry with me. I'm very sensitive at the moment. Can I just say I'm very sensitive? That is a heron. Heron. So the bird behind me is heron. It is called a heron. It's a big bird, a large bird, and it eats fish. It does. It eats fish. It will fly down and it will eat the whole fish. Nguyen Tran says, your voice is clear, a very clear voice. Thank you very much for that. Well, that's the reason why I do this. I am an English teacher. And of course, if you are teaching English, you have to pronounce your words carefully. There are rumours that the Queen's husband had... Oh, no. No, that is just a rumour. It's not true. It's not true. It's not happening. No, that is not true. I just realised what you wrote there. So no, that is not true. That is just a rumour. The Queen and also Prince Philip are well and happy. The Queen is 93. The Queen of England. I know I said this yesterday, but the Queen of England is actually 93 years old. She is almost as old as me, almost my age. And her husband, Prince Philip, he is nearly 100. He will be 100. I think next year he will be 100. Can you believe it? Wow. Anna Pika, nice to see you here today. Where is Steve? Mr. Steve, unfortunately, is still working, so he has to carry on working. Even though most people are now at home, Steve has to carry on doing his work, unfortunately, because, well, he has no choice. They have told him, Steve, you must carry on working during this time. Kien, hello Kien Tran. My grandmother is 102 years old right now. That is fantastic. Can I say hello to your grandmother? And can I wish her a long and happy life? Hello to Queen Anne Bui. Prince Charles has... Yes, he does. So Prince Charles is now unwell. And also we have our Prime Minister. He also has... Hello Ting, you are hilarious and you are like my English teacher. Thank you very much. Well, I think if you are going to be a teacher, you have to make it fun and exciting. You have to make it interesting, you have to make it fun, and sometimes you have to say things that are funny or surprising. So yes. Christina is here. I can't see you very well because of the sun. I know the sun is really annoying. Can you go away, please, sun? Go away. Go away. You are right. Yes, the sun is very annoying. I think so. Maybe I should move my camera. Shall I move to a different location? I have to be careful because I am hanging out some washing today. And I have some of my underpants on the clothesline. So outside at the moment there are some of Mr. Duncan's underwear. So I don't want you to see my underwear because I will feel very embarrassed and ashamed of myself. So I have to be careful where I go. I don't want you to see my underpants, to be honest. I don't think that's a good idea. So I will move to a slightly different place, so maybe then you can see me a little better. Is that better? Oh, there's my table. Can you see my little table behind me? So when I prepare my live stream, that is what I do. Can you see me now? Oh, I think that's much better. What about now? Can you see me now? Am I clearer? Can you see me now? Oh, I think that's much better, yes. Oh, isn't that nice? Thank you very much for telling me that. Yes, I think you can see me more clearly now. And also, you can see that I haven't had a shave today. I've had no shave, so my face is looking a little rough, unfortunately. So thanks for your company today. It's really nice to see you. The only problem is I'm now in the shade. So because I'm in the shade, it's very cold. Suddenly I feel very cold because there is no sun on my face. Wait there, I will move again. I'm going to move a little bit into the sun. Let's have a look. There we go, that's better. I'm trying not to show you my underpants. I don't want you to see my underpants, you see. If you see my underpants hanging on the washing line, I will be very embarrassed and ashamed. Okay, there we go. There is another view now. A slightly different view. Unfortunately, my camera is not straight now. Sorry about that. If everything looks slightly strange, it's because my camera is not level. It is sloping over to one side. Anna is here. Hello, Anna Rita. Nice to see you here today. I might go up on the roof in a minute because I have my ladder right next to me. So in a moment, I might actually go up onto the roof and give you a view across the landscape. Would you like to do that? So I'm now in the sunshine. I can feel the lovely warm glow of the sun on my face, which makes me feel rather happy. I will be honest with you. There is nothing nicer than feeling the sunlight on your face. Well, maybe where you live, maybe you can go by your window. Maybe you have some sunlight coming into your window. If you do, you are very lucky. That's all I can say. You are very, very lucky. Hello to Qualib. Hello to Qualb. Hello, Qualb. Nice to see you here today. Where are you watching at the moment? I'm always interested to find out where people are watching. Hello, Zeki. Nice to see you here as well. Mr. Duncan, spring has almost come, but we have to stay at home. Well, this is a situation that many people are finding themselves in at the moment. Unfortunately, people are having to stay at home. They have no choice of the matter. Unfortunately, they must stay at home. They have no choice. Natrada is here watching in Thailand. A big hello to Thailand. By the way, don't forget to give me a lovely big thumbs up as well. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up. So give me a like and also share, and then let people know that you care. but I'm sure you do anyway. I'm really sure that you'd care. I think so. Zhang Ai. Hello, Zhang Ai. Where are you watching at the moment? Zhang Ai. Thank you very much also to Min. Hello, Min from Vietnam. I have a feeling there will be a lot of people watching in Vietnam at the moment. It will be very late in Vietnam. So here in the UK, it is just 2:30. 2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday. However, I think later you might be going to bed. I prefer the original view with the sun shining behind you. Yes, maybe, but I think maybe you won't be able to see me very clearly. I'm just going to see if I can climb up on the roof. Wait there a moment. I want to see if it's safe, first of all. So behind me, you will see there is a ladder. And if we look up, you can also see the top of the ladder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and go up the ladder just to see if it's safe. So please bear with me. Please bear with me. There we go. So there is the top of the ladder. So let's just see if I can go up the ladder without breaking my neck. So please give me a moment. I'm going to see if I can actually safely get up the ladder. And if I can, I will take the camera up the ladder as well. And we can enjoy a little bit more of this live stream. So just a moment, please bear with me. There we go. Okay, I think I can do this. So I'm going to go up the ladder. I will go up the ladder first, and if it's safe up there, then I will come back down, and then we will go up together. Does that sound like a plan? Does that sound like a good idea? I will try my best not to fall. Here we go. Ooh. Very nice. The only problem with being up the ladder is that it's very windy at the top. Kral says maybe Mr. Duncan will be falling from the ladder live. Well, let's just put it this way. If I do fall from the ladder, when I get to the bottom, I will definitely not be live. I think so. Keen Train, oh sorry, Keen or Kien Tran asks, how tall are you, Mr. Duncan? How tall am I? I'm around about 184, about 184, just over 6 feet. So I'm very tall. Whenever I meet people, I always have to look down because quite often I'm taller than other people. So quite often, yes, I am taller than many people. I am very tall. People always comment when they meet me. They always say, oh, Mr. Duncan, you are very tall. I didn't realize you are like a giant. You are just like a giant. Oh, we like your view now, Mr. Duncan. Please don't move. Do you want me to stay like this then, in front of the ladder? Oh my goodness, you are really tall. Yes, it's true. Even when I was at school, by the way, I was one of the tallest people in the school. One of the tallest people at school. But I really hated it. I did not like it. I didn't like it. No, not 194. What? Not 194, 184, 1.84 meters. So I'm over 6 foot, 6 feet. When I talk about height, I always like to talk about so 183, 183, 184. Yes, that is how tall I am. I don't know why people are so interested in my height. I have no idea why. Thank you, Vrong. Thank you, Nushar. But you don't look very tall. Well, how can you tell? How can you tell? If you're looking at me on your screen, then I might look very small. Hello also to Palmyra. If you fall and were taken to the hospital, maybe you might become ill. Yes, well, can I just say I'm not going to fall. I'm not going to have an accident. I will try to keep myself completely safe. I will try to stay as safe as I can. Is that a good idea? I think so. Please don't look behind me. Don't look over there because my underpants are on there, you see. You can see my underpants. You can't see them because I'm covering them with my hand. But there are Mr. Duncan's underwear hanging on the line, on the clothesline. I apologise for that. We are going around the corner now. Ooh. We are going around the corner. I hope you can still hear me all right. And we are going to have another view. A little change of scenery. I think a lot of people will know this view very well. So this is the view in my garden, and a lot of people are now joining in. Don't worry, it's all right. Mr. Duncan, how often do you shave? I normally shave every day, normally, but today I didn't because I got up late. I got up late from my bed, unfortunately. So today I didn't have a shave. So I apologise if you can see my beard, unfortunately. Yes. Unfortunately. Yes, you can see behind me there is some lovely heather. I mentioned this the other day. There is some beautiful heather behind me. Also daffodils. There are daffodils also in the garden. And just here behind me, look, can you see behind me? You can see my lovely bird feeder. So there is the place where all of the birds come into my garden and they will feed from the bird feeder. So normally during the day, if I'm not in the garden, if I go into the house, you will see lots of birds come and feed. I like your t-shirt. I like your shirt, Mr. Duncan. It is very grunge style. Thank you very much. This is a lovely, actually this shirt, can I just say this shirt? Mr. Steve bought this for me. What about your toilet paper, Mr. Duncan? I have one roll of toilet paper left. Only one roll. So I have one roll of toilet paper. So tonight we are going out to buy some groceries, and hopefully we will be able to buy some toilet paper, because we all know almost have no toilet paper left. We've almost run out of toilet paper. I blame Mr. Steve, to be honest. I think it's Mr. Steve's fault. So yes, you might notice my bird feeders. I have all sorts of food hanging here in my garden for the birds to eat. Although at the moment I don't think they will come because I'm standing here. As you probably know, most birds are quite shy when you think about it. Are those eggs? These are not eggs. These are suet balls. They are made of fat with seed inside. So these things are called suet balls. Suet is a kind of fat normally used in baking or cooking. Nat Hung says, bye, Mr. Duncan. Bye, Nat Hung. See you later. See you later, alligator. The birds in your area are very lucky because they can get food from your garden. Thank you, Mika. Yes, normally the birds are very busy here in the garden. But today, because I'm here talking to you, the birds are nowhere to be seen, unfortunately. Mr. Duncan, during this strange time, what do you do with your time? As I mentioned yesterday, I am trying to find new things to do. I am sorting through all of my videos and all of my lessons that I've made for many, many years. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I am clearing many of my files from my computer and also in my archive, because I have a huge collection of videos, all of the things that I've made since I started doing this. I've been doing this for a very long time on YouTube. Do you know how long I've been doing this for? Do you? Do you know? Do you know how long I've been doing this for? How long? Nearly 14 years I've been doing this on YouTube. Nearly 14 years. I started doing this in 2006 when I was living in China, and I'm still doing it now. 14 years. Can you believe it? So when I started doing this, YouTube was still a little baby. So I began doing this 14 years ago. There is a song by Led Zeppelin called Stairway to Heaven. Oh yes, a very interesting song. It has a very long introduction. Stairway to Heaven. It has a very long introduction. It's a beautiful song, very nice. I like it. Corey says the birds prefer feeding by themselves at the moment in my garden. You often find that the birds are very shy. That's the reason why. However, I love standing in the house and I like to look out my window and watch the birds feeding in the garden. It always makes me feel very happy. Hello to Nestor. Nestor says, the first time I saw you, the first time I saw you was in 2010. So you have been watching me for 10 years. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Yes, I have been doing this for 14 years. I was the first ever Englishman ever on YouTube. It's true. I am the first British English teacher ever on YouTube. And that's a fact. That's a fact. 10 years ago, I bought CDs of your learning English. Really? I don't know where you got those CDs from, because I've never made any CDs. I have a feeling that someone may have stolen my videos and then they've put them onto DVD. So no, they're not mine. I have never produced any DVDs from myself. So maybe someone else has taken my videos and they've put them onto DVD. I will have to find out who it is, because I have a feeling they may be stealing my things. You have your own stairway to heaven, says Vitas. I suppose so. Although I'm not quite ready to go to heaven yet. I don't want to go to heaven just yet, to be honest. Hello to Anna. I know what you mean. Every spring, the pigeons are trying to nest in my balcony. It is very annoying. I think that would be amazing. I would love to see a pigeon nest. I would love to have a look at a pigeon nest. Zita or Ziba. You speak so clearly, but English people have an accent, so it's hard to understand. It can happen. There are many accents in the English language, so when you hear people around the world speaking English, they will all have an accent. Even I have an accent. It's true. Do you sometimes listen to music? Yes, I do listen to a lot of music anyway. Sometimes when I'm sitting in my studio, maybe I'm writing or preparing something, I will often listen to music. I will play music on YouTube. Sometimes I will play music in my studio as well. So yes, as I said the other day, I love music from the 1980s because I was growing up as a teenager during the 1980s. So I always have a very fond memory of listening to music when I was a teenager, growing up with lots of great music around me. I always feel very lucky that I grew up during the 1980s. Hello to Medahi. Hello, Medahi. Medahi Rajib. Hello to you. Where are you watching at the moment? Hello to Indonesia. Apparently it is almost 10 o'clock at night in Indonesia. Here in the UK it is 10 minutes before 3 o'clock. Just to show you, this is the time right now. So it is 2:45. Well, actually it's 10 to 3. 10 minutes away from 3 o'clock. So now we all know. Hello, Weslawa. Hello, Weslawa. Thank you very much for your super chat. Thank you very much. Hi, Mr. Duncan. Thanks for your work. I really appreciate it. It is appreciated. You are welcome. Thank you very much. And thank you ever such a lot for your nice live chat donation. Thank you. Mr. Duncan, can you play any musical instrument? No, I can't. One of the things I always regret in my life, I don't have many regrets in my life. However, one of them is never learning to play a musical instrument. I always feel slightly embarrassed and maybe even regretful that I've never learnt to play a musical instrument. It's true, yes. I've always thought of that. I've always thought that I would like to learn a musical instrument. I'm just rearranging the camera. Maybe, whilst I'm talking to you, maybe some birds will come down. So I'm hoping some birds will come and land behind me. We will see what happens. If I'm very still and quiet, maybe some birds will come down. Let's see, shall we? Come on, birdies. Don't be shy. It's all right. I won't hurt you. So yes, I've always wanted to play a musical instrument, but I don't. I don't, unfortunately. I always feel very impressed by people who can play pianos or guitars or the violin, people who have an ability to play a musical instrument. I always find that they are very, very talented. So I'm always impressed. I love watching people play pianos. I think it's great. If you watch a person play the piano, it is a wonderful thing, by the way. Do you want to see Mr. Steve? Here is Mr. Steve. Can you see him? Did you see that? Did you see Mr. Steve then? He just went out of the kitchen. For those who are asking where Mr. Steve is, there he was. Did you see him? Did you see Mr. Steve then? Just very briefly. Can I talk to you about eco-friendly? So when you talk about eco-friendly, do you mean looking after the environment. So quite often when we talk about things being eco-friendly, it means things that are good for the environment. There is Mr. Steve. Mr. Steve is busily working at the moment. Oh, goodness me.
Shall I come out for a second? Hello, everyone.
It's Mr. Steve, everyone. For those who don't know, because a lot of people don't know who you are.
Don't know who I am.
Yes, you don't have to shout. Some things never change. Mr. Steve always shouts in my ear.
It's just my normal voice. I can't help if I project,
Okay,
Mr.
then.
Duncan.
So there is Steve, for those who are wondering, but you are supposed to be working.
I am working. That's why I've got pieces of paper and a pencil.
Yes,
I've
and
just-
also you've got to be safe distance as
Safe
well.
distance.
You're
2 meters. 2 meters.
You're too close.
I'll put that up there.
Go over there. Where there? There we go. That's better. That's better.
2
So
meters.
Steve is over there, and I'm here. We are a safe distance away from each other. So say hello, Steve.
I've already said hello.
You might have to speak up now.
Hello, Steve. Oh, hello.
Anna says hello. Also, Sweetness says it's nice to see you here. Isn't that lovely?
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here, but I'm not staying because I'm in the middle of work because we're working from home and I've got quite a lot to do, surprisingly.
So even though that many people are now at home, Steve is at home, but he still has to work, unfortunately, don't you?
I've got quite a lot to do. Yes,
Yeah.
They're keeping us busy.
So they're keeping Steve busy. Anyway, I will let you get back.
See you Sunday.
Yes.
Bye.
Steve will be with me on Sunday, so don't worry about that. Steve will be with us on Sunday, this Sunday, which reminds me of something else. This weekend, the clocks will be going forward by 1 hour. So British summertime will be starting this weekend, and the clocks will go forward by 1 hour, or should it be that way? I think it's actually that way. So the clocks go forward by 1 hour, which means that if you are watching in Asia, I will be on a little bit earlier, which is great, isn't it? So that is a good thing to mention. Some positive news in a sea of bad news. However, here we are being happy and jolly. I will try to keep you company for as long as I can during this period of time. We are living in strange times. Yes, when we talk about eco, so eco just means the environment. We are talking about things that are ecologically friendly, ecologically. So when we say eco, we are actually using the word ecological, ecological. So things related to the environment, things that are related to the way we treat the environment, the way we look after the environment, the way we look after the environment. Vittorio, hello Vittorio. Can I say thank you for your donation, by the way? Thanks a lot for your lovely donation. I am not an expert about this subject, but it is normal that in your live streams there are no subtitles. Can I just explain? When I'm doing my live streams on my mobile phone, there are no live subtitles. However, if I'm in my studio using my big computer, then there are live captions. However, here, if I'm using my mobile phone, there are no live captions. However, later on, YouTube will put live captions on here later on. So not now, but later on, after YouTube processes this video, there will be live subtitles on the chat. So because I'm now talking to you on my phone, there are no live captions. So I hope that explains the situation. I hope that has explained everything. I will be going soon, by the way. I am going to go for two reasons. One, I'm going to have a drink. I might have some soup today. I feel like I might have some soup. So I will be going soon. If you want me to stay a little bit longer, I will. You can say, Mr. Duncan, we want you to stay longer. Please don't go away. In which case, I might spend a little bit more time with you. It just depends, really. It depends. So people are very aware of the environment. Probably at the moment, very aware because of what is happening in the world. So people are keeping indoors, they are staying in the house, they are not going anywhere. And some people have said that this might be good for the environment because there are fewer people driving around in their cars. There are no aeroplanes flying around. So perhaps this might be a good thing for the environment. Who knows? Who knows what the effect will be? I wonder what the effect of this will be later on. Sec Sip. Hello, Sec Sip. Do you live stream every day? At the moment, I will be live streaming every day. So every day I will be with you on my live stream. So I will be with you tomorrow as well. From 1:30 UK time, 1:30 p.m. UK time, I will be back with you tomorrow. And of course, tomorrow is Saturday. Although at the moment, every day feels like Saturday. I keep getting very confused about what day it is. Yesterday, I couldn't remember what day it was. Oh, this is very interesting. Hamid Dreza, hello Hamid Dreza. Hamid Dreza Karimi says, sexy live stream. Ooh. 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 I'm not sure about that. Thank you, Kwabi. Please can someone tell me who is Mr. Steve? Mr. Steve is the person who sometimes helps me on my live streams, especially on Sunday. So normally on Sunday, Mr. Steve will join me on the live stream. He is often joining me live on Sunday. And of course, he will be here on Sunday with me on the live chat. It is Friday. Super Friday. How old are you, Mr. Duncan? People always ask my age. I don't know why people are so interested in my age, but I am not young. I'm younger than my teeth, but older than my hair. Does that help? I'm younger than my teeth, but older than my hair. Who normally cooks in the house? Steve often does the cooking. I do the cooking sometimes, if it's easy. I'm very good at cooking if everything is easy. However, Mr. Steve is very good at cooking normally. Hello to Cap Devi. Oh, hello again, Cap Devi. Thank you for your question about who is making the soup. Unfortunately, I'm going to cheat with the soup. I'm going to make the soup from a can. So I'm actually going to have a can of soup. I'm not going to make it myself, I'm afraid. I'm a little bit lazy sometimes. Hello to William Botello. William Botello. Hello, William. Nice to see you here today. And you are watching in Ireland. A big hello to Ireland. I don't often get people watching in Ireland because many people speak English or learn English as a second language in the schools. Hello, Kyle Liang. Hello to Kyle. Kyle Liang watching in China. a big ni hao to China. I hope you are okay. I know things in China have been very, very strange, just like here. Things are very weird here in the UK. Tomorrow, are you going to have lunch in town with Mr. Steve? No, we can't because everywhere is closed. So all of the cafes, all of the restaurants, most of the shops in Much Wenlock are actually closed. So no, tomorrow we can't, you see, we can't actually eat in town because there is nowhere open. Can you believe it? So unfortunately we won't be in town, and of course we can't go into town anyway because it is forbidden. It is not allowed. The government has said that we can't go into town or into places where other people are without having a good reason. So no, I will probably be here in the garden, or if the weather is bad, I will be inside. I will be in the house. Hello to Top Secret. Top Secret asks, are there any venomous creatures? Poisonous. Venomous. So if an animal is venomous, it means they are poisonous. If they bite you, they will inject poison into your body. So you will be pleased to hear that there are no venomous creatures around here. So there are no creatures that will bite you or make you ill if they bite you. We do actually have grass snakes around here. So there is a certain type of snake called a grass snake. Grass snake. Oh. Can you hear the birds? I think the birds are getting angry because they want to come and eat. They want to come and eat some food from my bird feeder. Unfortunately, because I'm standing here, they are going to stay away, unfortunately. It is a pity that the restaurants are closed. What kind of food do you like to eat? Thank you, Cadvel. I like lots of different types of food. I like Italian food, French food, English food. I love all sorts of food, to be honest, especially sweet food. I love sweet things. I like eating sweet food. I like chocolate. There is a bird behind me and it's really getting angry. It is saying, Mr. Duncan, I wish you would go because I want to eat some food from your bird feeder. Please go away. Hello, Mr. Duncan. Do you believe in prophecies? Prophecies. Oh, I see. Do you mean people who can tell the future? Can tell the future. So I suppose there are many people who have written things down in the past and they believe that they can see the future, or they can believe that they can predict. Nostradamus was a very famous soothsayer. He would write things down and he would talk about what would happen in the future. So Nostradamus was a very famous soothsayer. He would often talk about things that are going to happen in the future. Do you like paella? Oh yes, I love paella. I like anything, especially when you mix food together. I do like it when food is mixed together. So maybe you have vegetables or rice, or maybe a little bit of chicken, or maybe a little bit of lamb, things that are stirred together. So I do like that kind of food, I'll be honest with you. I'm a big fan of that sort of food. Did you hear the pheasant? There is a pheasant behind me, and every day the pheasant comes into my garden and has a walk around. Do you like spicy food? I love spicy food. I like Thai food. I like Indian food. So I do like spicy food very much. Even though sometimes it makes my stomach a little unwell. What is a grass snake? A grass snake is a type of snake that lives in the grass. And it is very common in this area. So where I live, there are many grass snakes slithering around all over the place. Unicorina says carrot cake is very delicious and is British. Yes, many shops here, many cake shops will sell carrot cake. I'm not very keen on it myself. I don't really like it myself. Oh, look, there's a bird. Can you see the bird? Just there. Just there. There's a little bird. Can you see the bird? Hello. I am waiting for Mr. Duncan to go in the house so I can eat some food from the bird feeder. Please, Mr. Duncan, can you go in the house? Are there any ecological problems in your area? At the moment around here we had some problems with flooding. There were some places very close to where I live and they were underwater. So we did have a problem with the rain. There was so much rain falling during, well, it was late January and also during February. We had a lot of rain here in the UK. So very near to where I live, there was a lot of flooding. So many areas were actually underwater. So yes, it was very serious. So yes, we have had some ecological problems where I live. Lots of flooding, too much water. Too much water. What is the other word for crawling? Oh, you can say slither. Slither. If you slither, it is the movement that a snake makes. So when you watch a snake moving, it slithers. Slither. Slither. The snake slithers. It is slithering, slithering. So the snake will slither. As it moves along, it will slither. Flooding. Yes, Emmanuel, that is the right spelling. You are correct. Well done. You are right there. Flooding. Yes, we have had a lot of flooding in this area. A lot of flooding. Hello to Sambu. Hello, your Premier. Oh yes, your Prime Minister is now unwell. It is true. It was announced this afternoon that the Prime Minister of this country now has... I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say the word. You know the word. I know the word. We all know the word. But yes, the Prime Minister of the UK now has that thing. Jamelia says, do you have any vipers? No, we don't. We don't really have any poisonous animals. Not many. Very few, in fact. So maybe you have things like, well, certain insects. So certain insects can be very bad for you if they sting you, such as wasps or bees. So some people can have a very bad reaction if they are stung by a bee or a wasp. And sometimes it can actually kill you if you are stung by a wasp or a bee. Some people can actually die from having one of those things, from being stung by a bee or a wasp. Thank you very much for your company today. I am going to go soon. I will be going in a few minutes because I'm going to have something to eat. I'm going to have some soup and some bread. Is that a good idea? I think it's a great idea, to be honest. So that's what I'm doing later on. As soon as I've finished this live stream, I will go inside and I will make a little bit of soup. A little bit of soup. Sunshine asks, is this sentence grammatically correct? I thought you don't want to be talking with me. That is incorrect. No. You might say, I thought you didn't want to talk with me. I thought you didn't want to. I thought you don't like talking to me. So I will say them again. I thought you don't like talking to me. I thought you don't like talking to me. I thought you didn't want to talk to me. How many times do you eat in the UK? I heard that someone said that you eat 6 times in the UK. No, we normally have 3 meals every day. Breakfast, lunch, and an evening meal. So quite often we will have 3 meals every day. 3 meals. Some people will have a big breakfast, they will have a small lunch, and then in the evening they will have a large dinner. So it depends really. It depends. But most people here will have 3 meals. They will have breakfast, lunch, and then an evening meal. Sometimes people call their evening meal, they will call it supper. Supper. Please, can you tell me your website? Well, if you are watching me on YouTube, you are in the right place because you will find my channel here. So underneath this video, you will see all of the information about my lessons, all of the information about my playlists. Everything is under this video. So if you look underneath this video, you will see it. You will see it there. Are there any squirrels in your garden? Sometimes we get lots of squirrels in the garden. Sometimes they can be a real pain in the neck. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes squirrels can be very annoying. I'm just going to move over slightly. I'm moving over here. So another change of scenery. So here is another view. So yes, squirrels can sometimes be a real pain in the neck. They can be very annoying. Oh, that's better. Oh, hello, Mr. Pheasant. The pheasant just said hello. I will be going soon. I will be going in a few moments. So I'm just making sure you can see me. There we go. Do you have a Facebook page? Yes, I do. I do have a Facebook page. It is underneath this video. So all of my information, everything is under this video. So if you look underneath, you will find all of the information, the description of this video, and also underneath you will find the list of my contact details. You can also find all of my video lessons, everything underneath. Sambu asks, what about 11s? Well, some people might have a snack during the mid-morning. So yes, sometimes, but not everybody. Not everybody has 11s. Not everyone. There is only YouTube links underneath. All of the links in the description. If you open the description, you will see all of the links for my lessons and also my Facebook page as well. I can tell you what my Facebook page is, but you might not be able to write it down properly. So my Facebook is mrduncan.uk. However, you must use capital letters. So you must use capital letters, Mr. Duncan, all one word, UK. That is my Facebook page. So if you want to follow me on Facebook, I have thousands and thousands of people following me on Facebook. You are more than welcome to join me there as well. No problem. I am now going. I will take a break and I will see you tomorrow at around about 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. And of course, it is Saturday. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up as well, because I am with you every day. I'm with you every day on YouTube. So I'm back tomorrow, and of course I'm back with you on Sunday as well. And Mr. Steve will be joining me on Sunday. But I will be with you tomorrow as well. I hope you have a good day wherever you are watching. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Stay happy, stay positive, and remember, you are not alone. And I will make sure that you never feel alone. I will be here with you every day until things get back to normal. Bye, Mr. Duncan. Thank you very much for your work. See you tomorrow. Thank you, Eric. Thank you to everyone. Thank you also to Hailey Kwang, Rosa, Vuong. Also, hello to Vidashe. Hello also, Corrie, Florence. Thank you very much for joining me today. I am going back into the house because I am freezing cold. It is really cold today. It feels as if some very cold weather is coming towards the UK. I think so. And of course, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Go on. Thumbs up. I want to see some thumbs on my screen. Oh no, wait a minute. You don't have thumbs on the screen here, do you? This is not Periscope. So thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Isn't that lovely? Thank you very much. I want to see some more thumbs. Yeah, that's great. I feel really happy now. See you tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. here on YouTube. I will be live with you. Whatever happens in the world, I will be here. Okay? Okay. This is Mr. Duncan again saying thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. And of course, until the next time we meet here on YouTube, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now.